Sports, along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Oklahoma City. This is their first time facing. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Hey, Russell Westbrook, in the playoffs last year, had a 40-point, 10-assist, 5-steal game against the Spurs in Game 4 of the conference final.
The other player to ever do that was the great Michael Jordan. He did it back in 1989. So for Westbrook to bounce back after 3 knee surgeries, incredible, Ernie, incredible.
Probably the greatest 1-2 punch ever, Shaq, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
That would be false now, wouldn't it, Ernie? That would be very false. You failed that.
Basketball fans, please welcome your Toronto Raptors! And now, your starting lineup. At the power forward position, at 6'9" number 54, Patrick Patterson. Starting at the other forward position, at 6'6", number 31. Number 17, a big man in the middle. He's a 7-foot center from Lithuania. This is Jonas. And number 10, he's a 6'7" guard from USC. Ladies and gentlemen, DeMar DeRozan. From Villanova, a 6-foot guard, number 7, Kyle Lowry. Your head coach is Dwayne Casey.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Raptors make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. And not only a 1-1 split series between these two teams last year, guys, but both wins were on the road, so home court advantage wasn't that big an advantage.
You know, in terms of playing against somebody in the opposite conference, it doesn't get much better. In fact, it's too bad these clubs only play each other twice.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Oklahoma City right now, Ibaka at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Morrow is the 2 with Durant the 3. And it's Westbrook in a point. Steve referring to last year's game moments ago about, two beauties in those two games. Last year, they battled to a split decision, each team winning once.
You know, my guess is it's going to be hard to tell these teams apart. They're both still very, very potent.
Now here's Ross following the shot by Kevin Durant. Good on the shot. Ross has got the first points up on the board tonight here for Toronto.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by DeRozan. Westbrook against Ross. Good D by Westbrook.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Inside to Perkins. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Lowry against Westbrook. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Valanciunas. That's short off the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Morrow. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Shoots from 12. Durant. That's good. Kevin Durant again last season, far and away the leader in points per game. Clark, his 4th time with that distinction.
And Kevin, you know, with your study of the game and its history, only 5 players in NBA history have done that. And if you're talking total points over a season, he's led the league in that category 5 straight.
Isn't that amazing?
Really is.
Shot clock at 5, and Lowry gets it to go.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Ibaka again, Oklahoma City.
And it's not a stretch to think that when all is said and done, Kevin Durant could be the greatest scorer in NBA history. I mean, ever since his 3rd season, he's led the league in total scoring every year.
Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami.
And he was disruptive defensively, too. Kevin really aggressively trying to make plays. In fact, he had 4 steals during that game.
Here's Lowry. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And stolen by Perkins. Westbrook against Lowry. Westbrook drives in. No good. Nice D from DeRozan.
And Durant last season setting the 3rd longest streak of consecutive games with 25 points or more in NBA history. I mean, he finished that streak with 41 straight games of 25 or more points. The streak only ending because he sat out at the end of a blowout win. Or we could still be talking about that streak. Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot. And made it work.
It did, yeah. And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
They sure do. That's why boxing out is so important. Defensively, you not put a body on it.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Now here is Lowry. Valanciunas with the ball. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Morrow. Lowry covering. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's DeRozan. And he dunks it down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Patterson a screen on Westbrook. Outside Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, he earned that one, took the hit, and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus. Jonas Valanciunas bulked up going into last season and tore up the NBA Summer League. Big things expected, but he sort of plateaued a bit in year 2, but I still think the future's bright for him.
And for Valanciunas last season, a drop in field goal and free throw percentage. But while his rebounding improved, he's still learning NBA defense, struggling at times against pick and rolls in various matchups.
Now here is Ibaka. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. Westbrook kicks to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight. Raptors with the lead. Valanciunas wears his heart on his sleeve. You can see how much he wants to be great.
Yeah, he's hungry. He plays with a hunger that you love to see. I mean, oftentimes he can get down on himself. It's tough to be patient. But he's only 22. I think we've got to give him a little more time. I think he's going to be really good, Kevin, in the years ahead.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly. So much has been made about whether this is Durant's team or whether their teams. I mean, Durant does what he does. He's an elite scorer, as is Westbrook. They couldn't be the team they are, the Thunder, without both of those guys being excellent and leading the way they do.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Yeah, guys, a lot of people thought that Durant would blossom with more of the offensive focus on him. But, Steve, the Thunder had showed they're not the same team in struggle when Westbrook was out.
Well, and it really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone because, Westbrook's an elite talent in this league, and if you remove him from any team, it'll hurt. I think it was people speculating how much Durant could carry this team on his own, but the fact of the matter is Durant needs Westbrook and vice versa.
And Lowry gets it to go.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Kyle Lowry, an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Last year playing really well in a contract year. The question is, can he maintain that level of play now with this new deal? See some of the numbers here for DeMar DeRozan. Very nice season for him last year. He put up about 22 points per game last season, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season for them.
And Steve, it's never easy to lead a team in scoring at this level. I mean, the best players in the world. Kudos to him.
Thunder trailing by 3. And Lowry, one of the more underrated players in the NBA, but he's also gotten into it with coaches in the past too, Clark.
Yeah, some locker room concerns. He can rub folks the wrong way, but I tend to always want to give the player the benefit of the doubt in this situation until you know for sure what the issues are. Nothing wrong with a little sandpaper coming from a player that's out there competing. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now, here's Patterson. 12 points his last outing. Patterson a screen on Perkins. 17-foot shot on the way. Again, Toronto.
That's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Morrow. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Clock at 6. Shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, it was a bigger factor. It really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
Here's Lowry following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Lowry kicks to Patterson. He dishes it to Valanciunas. He feeds it to DeRozan. Takes the 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. It's Westbrook with the drive that gives them the lead. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Now here is Lowry. He's got 5. Off the screen. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Off target from outside. Toronto trailing. Lowry with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. DeRozan a screen on Westbrook. He lobs it up. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, 8 lead changes already. I mean, that's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight. This is a competitive matchup.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Toronto Cannon, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. And we know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in the T-Dot for a celebration of basketball.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Vasquez, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Williams in for Kyle Lowry. And Toronto, guys, not necessarily viewed as a free agent destination in the NBA. But, Steve, it's a diverse city with a lot to offer.
And not least of which, Kevin, a vibrant nightlife, which I know you have enjoyed on occasion. But look, the Raptors, they have a terrific home record. particularly on Sunday matinee games. A lot of speculation that visiting players maybe were out a little bit too late the night before. Who knows? Maybe you even ran into them.
Steve, where are you getting this stuff from, man? You
Thanks,
are
Clark.
reaching.
Clark and I are watching tape is what we're doing, right?
That's
We're watching
exactly what
tape.
we're doing.
Get ready for the broadcast.
Enjoying the four walls of the hotel room.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Now here's Vasquez. The feed to Williams. Hansbrough setting the pick for Williams. Pass to Johnson. Rejected by Collison. And he recovers it. No good from Ross. Oklahoma City trailing. And Lamb kicks to Jackson. And the pass to Adams. It's Durant on the wing. 18 feet out. And the jumper is good. Durant's got 11 points. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Here's Johnson. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. They set the pick to the left side wing. Here's Vasquez. No good on the triple.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Taken away by Williams. The dish to Vasquez. Feeds to Ross. Just 5 on the clock. Hansbrough, a screen on Durant. Ross, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 1.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Now here's Adams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Vasquez with it. Adams on him. That's good. And now a 3-point Raptor lead.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lamb sets a screen for Jackson. It's Durant on the wing. Lots of room. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Durant's got 13.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
And there's the call on Durant. Here's Williams. 8 points his last outing. Deep 2 from Ross. Here's Johnson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
The Raptors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Around a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And Johnson drops them both. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. Be there.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical and really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. It's been a solid effort by them.
Thunder trailing by 3. So the Thunder 5 right now. Lamb and Durant are the long athletic wing. Steven Adams is out there with Nick Collison. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Jackson looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Lamb passes to Jackson. Fades away. Rebound by Williams.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Well, the Thunder with an athletic guard rotation between Russell Westbrook and Reggie Jackson. Jackson, of course, not the level of Westbrook, but he brings some similar things to the table as far as size, athleticism, scoring, and rebounding.
And Durant gets double teamed. Collison dishes to Jackson. He kicks it to Lamb. To the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Collison.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Williams against Durant. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Right side Durant off the screen. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Well, they've done a really good job of getting their hands into passing lanes and coming away with some steals in the early going.
Now here's Williams. Here's Johnson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, for Kevin Durant, it was a terrific season. Let's look at his numbers last season. 1st in scoring, and he was on the top 10 list in free throw percentage, something he really did a nice job of focusing and the concentration to knock down free throws.
And Steve, as you mentioned, I mean, he set the standard offensively with more points than any other player in the league. I mean, a really remarkable season for him.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you look at Amir Johnson's offensive game, certainly a fit for today's NBA. Not really a huge post-up game repertoire, but he gets off the floor, runs the court, finishes around the rim, and he's able to spread the floor because he's a good jump shooter.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Hansbrough. DeRozan comes in for Terrence Ross, and it's Lowry in for Lou Williams.
Well, for Amir Johnson, showing range out beyond the arc over the last couple of seasons, and we may see more of that as his career progresses.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad, but it's on the good side for Russ. He doesn't like anybody he is playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys,
He's something else, Doris. Thanks. Clark, Amir Johnson, an athletic dunker, but not a heat seeker, not one to draw contact and get to the foul line.
No, if anything, he's more foul-prone himself, Kevin. I mean, if he can flip that around, get that switch, I think that would be a huge step in progress for him.
DeRozan's shot is good. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Westbrook against Lowry. Durant. Toronto grabs the miss. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
On up the court. A floater, and Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Durant. Westbrook's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder. Westbrook against Lowry. Now here's Vasquez. D right on him. Into Johnson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005. Now in his 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.
And you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop, not only athletically, but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and has really rounded into a valuable player now.
That's good from Johnson. And Amir Johnson, quietly one of the Raptors' best players. Steve, a very good player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's a plus-minus stud for this team. He's a high-percentage scorer who also defends at a very high level. So this is a good two-way player.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Morrow's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Westbrook against Lowry. Here's Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Vasquez. And DeRozan. Here we go. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Cannot hit, so the Raptors will take it the other way. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
I think a lot of people will be paying close attention to that Boston game, guys.
Now here's Westbrook. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now here is Lowry. 5 points in the game. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him.
Way to stand his ground. He set his feet and took the full force of that charge right in the middle of his chest. That took some courage.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for Johnson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Perkins, who's checked in for Steven Adams. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 16-6 run. Jackson drives in, takes it up with both hands, and rips it down. Nice hops and determination that time, Clark, to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
And Toronto has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City. Now Valanciunas. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami. Clock is at 3. Here's Lowry. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lowry's got 7 points in the game. The Thunder leading by 7. Outside Jackson. Over to the wing. And here's Morrow outside. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And here's Lowry. 7 points in the game. dishes it to Patterson. 5 on the clock. Here's DeRozan. And the rebound goes to Perkins. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Westbrook with it. Lowry picks him up. Ibaka with a screen on Lowry. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 7th assist in the game.
You know, everybody knows that the Thunder are a good offensive team, but the reason why is they have such balance offensively. A number of different ways from a number of different spots.
Raptors trail by 9. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
DeRozan a screen on Jackson. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded closer. 6 to shoot. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Off target from three-point range. Valanciunas, good.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Perkins. Rebound by the Raptors. Patterson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lowry with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. 9 feet out. That one's good. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Thunder lead by 7.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Vasquez dishes to DeRozan. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. Here's Vasquez. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star last year, he improved his long-range shooting. On wing threes up around 40%, and that allowed him to shoot the best overall three-point percentage of his career.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Can't cash in from close range.
And DeRozan last season cracking 30% from long range for the first time in his young, promising career. That outside shot has been the missing part of his offensive game because we know he can get to the rack.
Now here's Westbrook. After the miss from Serge Ibaka, Westbrook can't get it to go.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising in such a tight game.
Well, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Now here's Valanciunas. 9 points in the game so far. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's DeRozan with the drive. Thunder with the rebound. Talk about DeRozan attacking inside, Steve, last season among the top 5 in free throws made.
Yeah, 6'7", he's strong, he's athletic, you know, he has the ability to finish in the lane, and I just like the way he's improved as a passer as well, getting his teammates involved.
Toronto calls timeout.
For years, the Raptors had been a doormat for a lot of teams out west. An easy win, but last year they were one of the best teams in the East when it came to playing against the West.
Raptors trail by 7. Lowry with the ball. He's got 7. There's the screen. In the corner, it's Patterson. Shot clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors were one of just a few Eastern teams to go over 500 against the Western Conference when they went head-to-head.
Yeah, I think it had to do with the Raptors' ability to get hot. You know, when this team is hitting their shots, they can compete with anybody, and there really isn't much an opponent can do about it.
Now, here is Ibaka. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Here's Westbrook. Perkins trying to break loose. Russell Westbrook again. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Out to DeRozan. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. With the teardrop, rejected by Westbrook.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Boy, you look at how Ibaka is going from role player to key player since his time in the league. And he's done it by increasing his range and efficiency from outside, and he's done it every season. You really have to admire his work ethic. Everybody raves about the character of this young man.
Ibaka definitely knows how to improve his game, and if you look at his shot charts year by year, there are distinct changes in where he's getting the shots from. Who knows what kind of range he'll have in 2 years.
And a final word on Ibaka. It comes in clumps to him, it seems. 1 year he started to make more baseline shots, Clark. Next year he started at the top of the key more. He's also looking at the three-point shot more often.
Well, that's exactly how you go about expanding your range if you're a player like Ibaka, Kevin. I mean, get really good at one shot and then progressively extend your range and move around on the court.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder with a great young foundation, but they were faced with some tough financial decisions. In the end, Serge Ibaka was extended. James Harden was traded. Now most would argue that Harden is the better player, but of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Durant's checked in for Anthony Morrow.
Kevin Durant.
Lamb sets a screen for Ibaka. No luck. And Toronto will come the other way. And Serge Ibaka, Clark, a player that every team in the NBA covets. He also blocks shots, and he can play some center, too.
Kevin, that's a very unique skill set he has. I mean, actually, he might be the only player in the league who truly fits that description you just laid out.
Now here's Durant. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And he gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 14.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, head coach Dwayne Casey has overseen a surprising turnaround in Toronto. Their record has improved in all 3 seasons under his tenure. DeMar DeRozan said, "Since I've been here, he preaches the same thing. He told us to stick with it, and it worked. Everything came together like he said it would." Gentlemen?
Pound the rock. The team motto. They put in the work and stayed consistent. Thanks, Doris.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Hansbrough setting the pick for Lowry. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And they get it back. Jackson passes to Durant. The 17-footer. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Lowry kicks to Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 16. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He's got 21 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
The Thunder leading by 16. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Ross in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now here's Westbrook. Durant wide open. He fires. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And that's 23 points for Kevin Durant.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
Durant against DeRozan. Inside. That's good. Valanciunas has got 11.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Oklahoma City's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Morrow. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
Now here is Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Ross sets a screen for DeRozan. Terrific design on the pick hook. He lays it in. 12 points for him.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Morrow. Durant drawing the double team inside to Perkins. Here's Ibaka. The kick out to Westbrook. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Raptors trail by 18. Now here is Lowry. He's got 7. Now Ross. Lowry dishes to Ross. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. No good. The Thunder leading by 18. And here's Westbrook. He's got 24. Passes it to Ibaka. Left side Ibaka. The fader. No good off the front iron.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Big step forward in the play of Terrence Ross last year, and you can see why fans are excited about his growth. He has the physical tools and skill set to become an elite wing player.
And with Ross, he said that he models himself a bit after Paul George and how he wants to continue to grow as a player.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah,
PG
nice
already
compliment.
being, that's a great compliment, already being looked to by some of the younger players in the league. And you're right, Kevin, not a bad guy to model your game after, because PG is an excellent two-way player.
And the Raptors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And both free throws good for Ross.
The Oklahoma City, for 2 years running, the only team in the top 5 in the NBA in both offensive and defensive efficiency. That ought to tell you about this balanced elite basketball team.
Here's Morrow. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball.
Remaining so consistent despite losing Harden, and then last year without the outside shooter Kevin Martin.
Yeah, not to mention, Kevin, the injuries to Russell Westbrook. Give credit to the players and the coaching staff. Again, when you've got a culture of expectation and you've got talent and leadership from the sideline and from within the players, and you've got a chance to weather storms effectively. And clearly the Thunder did that.
Toronto calls timeout.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. But it's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. DeRozan's shot is good.
And Westbrook is a phenomenal rebounder and scorer at the point guard position. He gets steals. He really is one of the stat sheet stuffer supreme guys in the league.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 24. That's good.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Here's Lowry. It's a 16-point game. And Patterson kicks to Lowry. Pass to Ross. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Toronto with the triple. And Westbrook every season among the league leaders, Steve, in assists, but also, unfortunately, in turnovers.
Well, with his scoring burden, that's to be expected. But it's definitely an area he can continue to improve. A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Lowry dishes to Johnson. Westbrook against Lowry. He feeds it to Patterson. Pass to Ross. Raptors moving the ball around. And it's DeRozan missing. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Durant for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 7. Johnson against Perkins. Johnson with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Lowry. Kendrick Perkins grabs the miss. Perkins got his 7th rebound here tonight. Durant the pass to Morrow. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Morrow's got 5 points so far.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Lowry kicks to Ross. They need this. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And Durant gets double teamed. He dishes it to Westbrook. From deep, Morrow The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Lowry. And there's the feed to DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. Good. DeRozan's got 8 here in the quarter.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Vasquez, he's checked in for Toronto. Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. The Thunder leading by 18. Morrow dishes to Adams. Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Misses from short range. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Cans the shot from the wing. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long. I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yeah, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
And the Raptors making a change here. Hansbrough's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Anthony Morrow.
A career-best performance from Kyle Lowry last season, posting best in scoring and assists. A lot of people felt like he was the player most egregiously overlooked when it came to the All-Star game.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 27. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Here's Lowry. 10 points for him. The pass to Vasquez. Johnson against Collison. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Hansbrough. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And Lowry, arguably the Raptors' best player last season. Despite that, Steve, he was the subject of repeated trade rumors.
Well, it was such a curious situation for Toronto. On one hand, they were trying to rebuild at the beginning of the season, maybe get a top draft pick, and then all of a sudden they started playing well. In the end, no trade. Lowry becomes their best player, and then, he leads them to a top 3 seed in the playoffs. So it's kind of a strange season.
Raptors trail by 18. There's the dish to Vasquez. DeRozan a screen on Jackson. Johnson wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. Oklahoma City shooting in offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. For 3, Westbrook. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Lowry drives in. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Lou Williams has checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Lamb's checked in. Jackson passes to Collison. Back to Jackson. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
Williams kicks to DeRozan. Johnson left side. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Nick Collison has played a decade in the NBA, all with the same franchise. 4 seasons in Seattle, the last 6 in OKC. And there's a reason they've kept him around. He's a savvy role player, very smart, does a lot of the little things to help you win.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Oklahoma City.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
so neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And the Thunder really are consistently better at the defensive end with Collison on the floor. You know, he's not a big shot blocker or rebounder, but he's outstanding as a help defender. He's able to draw charges. He's always in the right spot at the right time, and he just knows what that defensive system requires from him, and he gets it done.
And Steve, the basketball IQ for Collison also seen at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, good passer, likes to play on the elbows. And Oklahoma City likes to run offense through him because of that playmaking ability.
Throw good, Adams. Steven Adams from New Zealand, the first Kiwi Clark ever drafted in the first round.
And Kevin, he played rugby growing up. He says that it helped him prepare for the physicality of playing inside.
Toronto calls timeout.
And one thing I like about Adams, and maybe it's the rugby background, he plays with so much aggression, but always keeps an even keel. He's the one who sort of initiates contact, and he becomes an irritant with his opponent, but he never retaliates, and that's real toughness.
Toronto's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. To halt the run, and it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, you look at Steven Adams, he's got an impressive frame. You forget that he's only 21 years old. So he's got room to grow and to get stronger, both when you consider skill development and his physicality. He could really be one of the most imposing big men in the league for a long time going forward.
Vasquez with it. Feeds to Williams. Hansbrough, a screen on Collison. Williams kicks to Vasquez. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Goes back up. And Johnson finishes off inside. Johnson's got 10 points in the game. The Thunder leading by 23. Jackson kicks to Adams. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Williams. High post try. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Jeremy Lamb. That's 36 points for Kevin Durant.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
1:31 left here in the third quarter. Johnson sets the screen for Williams. Johnson the screen. It's Williams with the drive.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
Collison with a screen on DeRozan. He got right to the cup using that screen. Durant's got 38 points.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Williams has a screen for DeRozan. Johnson wide open. He fires. Another miss by Johnson. The Thunder shooting 65%. An outstanding offensive display from them. Jackson. Here's Collison. He kicks it to Jackson. Here's Lamb. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Raptors shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Here's Vasquez. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
The Raptors shooting 43% from the field. Williams dishes to Vasquez. Back to Williams. From downtown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Lamb. Off target. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Thunder out in front, ending the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And right after that,
coming up this Thursday, November 6th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets. Make sure to catch it.
gangster, the shark leader, the big boss dog. Yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging on my backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the side. Ain't no other way to play the game the way I play.
Now Williams. So for Oklahoma City right now, Terry Jones out there with McGarry. Then there's Telfair. Then there's Nick Collison. And it's Lamb in at the 2. Here's Hansbrough. Can't hit. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Fires for 3. Here's Collison. Soft touch off the glass. Collison's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Thunder. Collison's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. It's Williams with the drive. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And it's the Thunder with the ball. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Telfair the pass to Collison. And Lamb kicks to Telfair. And the 3 off target.
Boy, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Jones against Williams. Hansbrough a screen on Jones. And here's Johnson outside. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples.
There's the pick. Kicks it out to Jones. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here is Fields. The NBA increasingly becoming an international game, and a lot of the top NBA talent now, Steve, coming from our neighbor to the north.
I love it. You know, Canadian basketball seems to be on the rise, and, you know, the national team is managed by Steve Nash. Obviously, he's had a tremendous influence on basketball's popularity north of the border, so it's fantastic. The growth of the game all over the world, so important for the NBA.
Here is Telfair. He's guarded by Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And you look back to the founding of NBA franchises in Canada. Back in '95, the Raptors and the then Vancouver Grizzlies. And it seems that was hugely influential on a young generation of Canadian kids. And the cream of that crop now making their way to the NBA level. So about 20 years since the Raptors and Grizzlies came into existence, and now you're seeing some of the Canadian players become part of the NBA as pros now. They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Into Johnson. Dishes it to Fields. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Williams can't hit.
Yeah, and the list of Canadian NBA players is now in double digits in terms of how many have been drafted. And, in fact, 1 or more Canadian players have been taken in the first round in each of the last 4 drafts. So it's great to see the growth of the game and the talent that's really being developed up north. That's one he knows he should have made.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Kicks to Fields. Johnson sends the screen for Fields, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, guys, maybe the most important play in the NBA that isn't really tracked at all is the screen. A good one can make a huge difference in creating a high percentage shot, but it's a play that so often goes overlooked.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hayes. Patterson comes in for Hansbrough. Terrence Ross is checked in for James Johnson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Landry Fields. Oklahoma City leading by 23. And screens, Clark, getting more attention with modern scouting. The old stats look at the outcome of a play, a make, a miss. It's like evaluating chess by only the checkmates.
No, I agree. I mean, you start to dig deeper and get to other layers of how you analyze the numbers and how that affects how you game plan. The discover the tendencies of players, and all of that you're doing in an effort to become more successful.
Lets it fly. Another miss by Williams.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Outside Durant. Outside Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. Almost, but it rolls out.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Morrow. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Lowry has the open look. Hands it from downtown.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Durant with the screen on Lowry. Durant wide open. He fires. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Lowry with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Lowry kicks to Williams. Patterson setting the pick for Williams. Into Patterson. The 11-footer. Jump shot is good that time.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Ibaka with the screen on Lowry. Passes to Morrow. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Pass to Patterson. Wing shot on the way. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Oh,
how about that, basketball fan?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Patterson. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Left side Lowry. Shoots a fader. And he gets it to go.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Outside Durant from past the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Patterson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Oklahoma City leading by 21. Westbrook dishes to Ibaka. From the top of the key, there's the bucket. Good. Toronto's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Here's the screen. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. Here's Patterson. Westbrook with the block.
We saw some coach turnover heading into the season, but nothing like a year ago when there were 13 changes of NBA coaches. I think that was a record, or if not, it was really close to one. Even winning coaches were getting let go. A lot of new NBA owners are coming in, and in some ways, it is a changing of the guard, quite honestly.
And Patterson kicks to Ross. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yep, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
Outside Westbrook. Perkins kicks to Morrow. From 17 feet out. Off the left rim and out. Toronto's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Misses the 3.
9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on.
Durant, no good.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know, as you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Perkins with a screen on Williams. Morrow, the pass to Perkins. Wants to get it to Westbrook, and does. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Raptors shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Outside Lowry. Fires the three. Good. Lowry's got 14 points now in the second half. The Thunder leading by 19 points. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Valanciunas, a young big man with some offensive promise. He can score on the left block. He's developing a nice touch from mid-range. Very intriguing player with that size and skill set.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for the Raptors. Lowry against Westbrook. He dishes it to Morrow. Here's Durant. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Durant's got 44. Valanciunas, a mobile 7-footer with good hands. That's a nice start.
It's always a great place to start when you're a big guy. Can you catch it? And not only good passes, but can you catch bad ones and finish around?
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Ross against Durant. Patterson setting the pick for Ross. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. His three-pointers off the mark.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back.
Westbrook against Lowry. The feed to Ibaka. Durant with a screen on Patterson. Outside Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Durant. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 46 points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And I think this win builds confidence for this year in the matchup. They take the first win of the season series, and, you know, that could play a factor the next time these two teams meet.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kevin Durant. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
Here's DeRozan, and he hits the jump shot. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Westbrook, and there's the pass to Ibaka. There's the dish to Morrow. Feeds it to Durant. From outside the arc, Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. Count it.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody play hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.